So watchOS 10 is here, and this update, in my opinion, is one of the best and largest update that we've seen in a long time for the Apple Watch. For once, it changes the way we interact and use our Apple Watch, and I'm going to be showing you the first way, because on the previous version and series of the Apple Watch, we are used to just swiping up like this, and then we are able to access our control center, or we would swipe our crown up like this and we'll be able to do different UI animation on our watch faces. But with watchOS 10, it changes that basic fundamental feature, because now when you swipe up like this, you can see you come up to this new Smart Stack section, and you can access this by either swiping up or by spinning your digital crown up like this. And on this section, you have the option to view all your applications, so you can see all your apps right there. Or if you go to this section and then you hold on any widget like this, you can see here you have the option to edit or add a new widget, and here Apple will give you featured widgets that it thinks you might like, and then you can also add widgets from different applications that you have on your Apple Watch. They can be Apple applications or third-party applications. So this feature is meant for like watch faces that don't have a lot of information on them, like for example the Siri watch face or the Photos watch face, or if you're a person that likes to keep your watch faces clean and without a lot of information. So you really get to appreciate this new Smart Stack feature, because all you have to do is just swipe up on your Apple Watch and you'll be able to see crucial important information, and this information that's displayed by the widgets is going to change according to your settings that you have and according to what reminders or what you have in your calendar. So it's really good. And since now we can't access the control center by swiping up, this update has also changed that. So to access the control center, what we have to do is to now just single tap the side button like this, and now you can see the control center has been activated. To cancel it, you can always tap the side button again. But something that has been updated as well with this update is that with this control center, the icons on top and the notifications are more prominent. And with watchOS 10, you can see here we have this feature that allows you to ping your iPhone. So if I bring my iPhone close like this and then press here, you can see it rings. But now with watchOS 10, if we were to go into our control center on the iPhone, you can see here with iOS 17 and watchOS 10, we can now ping our Apple Watch. So just listen to this when I press this on the iPhone. So that is an amazing new feature that's here with watchOS 10. So now when you lose your Apple Watch and you want to find it using your iPhone, you can simply just ping your iPhone. Now, the other emergency features that this side button and the digital crown do haven't changed. So if you want to do or activate an emergency feature, you can actually press and hold your side button, and if you hold it for like 2 or 3 seconds, it will continue to make a sound and activate the emergency call. So that hasn't changed. And then also on your digital crown here, if you press and hold it, you can still activate Siri with this. So those features haven't changed, and that's a good thing. And another major change that's here with watchOS 10 is the apps view or the app selector section here. So before with watchOS 9 and other updates, we had the option to zoom out with just using our digital crown. But you see here, if we go to the app view section here and we try to zoom out, you can see instead of zooming out, it actually activates the Smart Stack section. So if I swipe down on my digital crown like this, you can see that activates the Smart Stack section. And then also if I was to go into my app view here and then pull down the screen, that also activates the Smart Stack section. So Apple is really pushing this Smart Stack view to a lot of sections to allow you to be able to view crucial information on the go, whether you are on your watch face or you are on your applications screen here. And also with this application screen, there's been some changes, because before we could zoom out and see a lot, and we had a lot of play. We could move like all the way to the end of the screen, but now everything has been brought closer with watchOS 10, and you can see all we have to do, or all the motion that we have, is basically what we are seeing here. So you can't really zoom out or move a lot. So it's like a grid view, but not a 3x3 like we were hoping to see. And if you wanted to change from grid view to list view, before on watchOS 9 and previously, you could hold on an application and then it would also give you the option to change view. But now with watchOS 10, you have to go all the way to the bottom and then click list view. And then once you list view, you can make the changes that you want. And if you want to go back to grid view, you have to go all the way down like this and then click grid view. I wish there was a faster way that Apple had added on watchOS 10 to switch back and forth, but now this is how it is on watchOS 10. When it comes to changing our watch faces as well, this update changes a fundamental feature that we were used to, because before on the Apple Watch, we were used to just swiping left or right to be able to change our watch faces. But you can see here, this is no longer the case with watchOS 10. So if you want to change your watch face, you actually have to press and hold, which is the longer way. And then you can either go and add a new watch face, or you can add any existing watch face that you might have in your library. So that motion has been deactivated, and it was a pretty cool one that I liked, but this is another change that changes the way we use our Apple Watch on watchOS 10. Now, there are major changes as well that have been included in the watch face as well as watchOS 10 features, and some of those, if we were to go to our new watch faces here and then try add new watch faces, you can see with watchOS 10 we get two brand new watch faces. That is the Palette watch face and the Snoopy watch face. So the one that you were seeing here is the Snoopy watch face. You can see every time you lower and raise your watch, Snoopy does a different funny animation. If the weather is raining or if it's in the morning, Snoopy will actually mimic that. And if you have a reminder for a specific activity, Snoopy will also show you that. And then if we were to go to the Palette watch face, it uses different color dimensions to depict information on the time. So these are the two new watch faces that watchOS 10 has to offer. And then when it comes to this watch face, if you go into your mindfulness application, you can see here you have a new section that has been added, that is state of mind. Now, with mental health or the state of mind being a major focus for companies today, you can see that this has been included in this mindfulness section with watchOS 10, and it says keeping track of how you are feeling can help you understand your mental health, and then you can get started. It will ask you a series of questions on how your mood is and why you think that is so. So that is another thing that you can check out once you update. And then when it comes to Siri, well, I was hoping Siri will get some special updates like integration with AI or to try and make it better. But with watchOS 10, if you go into Siri, you can see that Siri can now listen for "Hey Siri," or he can just listen for the Siri phrase alone without including the Siri portion. So a minor update to Siri. And then also when it comes to this watchOS update, a few Apple applications have been updated, so the UI and the information they display is a lot more like what we have on the iPhone. For example, when you set up your Apple Watch for the first time, it now has a new hello screensaver or screen like what we have on the iPhone that welcomes you. And then if you look at some of the other major applications like the weather application, you can see how here on watchOS 10 they are trying to mimic the same weather app that we have on the iPhone. And not only that, but also when it comes to the Maps application, it turns it into the Maps app or gives you the experience that's more like what we have on the iPhone. There are more changes as well when it comes to watchOS 10, such as the heart rate animation here, you can see it has been updated, and then when you swipe down or when you want to see more information, now it gives you more and updated information. And also on watchOS 10, I noticed that they are trying to use symbols instead of words. For example, on this watch face screen, there used to be cancel, but now there's an X, and that is also mimicked through different applications of the Apple Watch, such as settings and many others. So it will take some time to get used to how you have to now interact with your Apple Watch, like your control center, or like changing or swiping to change your watch face, since those have changed, and your app selector here. So let me know what you think about some of these changes here. Do you like them? Do you like how things were before? But other than that, that's about it for me when it comes to watchOS 10. I've been using it on the daily, and I'll be covering it more often. So stay safe, and if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.